Hey guys, this is Farsite Community Call or Farsite Fleet Community Call number 5. We're going to be changing our brand name, of course. We're going to wrap up on some of the names we chose for the brand or the corp for Farsite. I think this is pretty good choices. Most of us decided some specific names, and I selected a couple as well. But otherwise, yeah, there was a lot of names. I do want to have some honorable mentions, and kind of just give everyone some thanks for contributing for these names. I do appreciate everyone doing so. I know we've been kind of set on the back burner here with everything going on. Farsight's been a little bit quiet. All of us personally have been in our own worlds and projects. So we hope to expand from here, and with the branding change, it's gonna really incorporate more going on. And I feel that I can personally engage more as I'm typically in other projects right now and other categories in the space. So it's kind of hard for me to just focus on this project when it's only Farsight. And I don't want to take away from that as well, because our first vision, our original vision was Farsight. So I want to still keep that core aspect, but also expanding to a brand name that will help incorporate other NFT projects. I'm personally working on expanding my personal ecosystems I have in the metaverse to expand to other NFT projects. So it would make most sense to kind of have that across the board. And I don't want to, kind of not be a part of it, the community. I want to incorporate myself more, and I don't feel like I'm fully engaged because of that and my incentives. And so the whole community has been kind of a little bit lacking, but I think from here we can definitely go. I'm starting to get my ducks in the row personally. It shouldn't be anything personally affecting the community, but it has for myself. So I do apologize to everybody for that. But from here, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the roadmap. I mentioned last week I did change a little revision to extend the voting for a couple weeks, just because there's not that much engagement. I feel that with more PR, some promoting and media aspects to it, and uploading these community calls, we'll be able to engage more and show that we're actually involved with the community. So I feel like with the extension of time, a couple weeks for the voting, I mean, probably longer would be better, but of course, with the brand name, I do want to suggest that we kind of take a step back on just coming up with a name. There's only several options, and they're great options, but I don't want to just pick those options because mostly it's been focusing on Farsight. And I totally understand, because I didn't really reiterate on that per se at the jump, at the beginning. So I feel like we should probably take that into consideration. Repricing that and being able to have people, um, you know, contribute towards the brand name per se, not the Farsight name. So that we pretty much have that covered, and I'm gonna bring that up with you guys here. So I'm gonna show you guys on my screen here on the roadmaps. Go. Bear with me for a second here. See what screen I have. This is it here. Let me take this off here. So I was gonna show you guys. Let's see, oh, it looks like it's following the screen. The screen off. Window. Okay, I'll just pull up the roadmap itself. So I want to show you guys the roadmap here. So this is what I mentioned last week, was that we're going to be ending the we're going to top choices of brand contest revealed. February 2nd would be the branding name winners chosen. So out of the top choices, that's 2 weeks. And then we're going to do a brand name banner. So in this case, we're going to be doing the Farsight banner choice for the graphics contest. And then once we do so, I think I'm probably going to extend these times just a little bit out more, just so that way we have more time. So these are kind of pending, but kind of like a rough draft of what's going on. I know this is a short term kind of draft of the roadmap, but I believe I could expand from here once I have some time. Then I'll be able to extend it for, a year or so, like quite a bit out. And I think that's, for me to personally have that time to vision that. I don't want to, promise anything or have any stipulations that change. Of course, things will change, of course, but I want to stay on the course. I just repeated the words, but yeah, on the course, uh, being able to stick with the roadmap. So I don't want to deviate too much from that. So yeah, brand name, banner, graphics, top choices revealed, and winners announced for graphics contest. So I think the graphics contest might be a little bit more engaging, hopefully. And once we get kind of dialed in, and hopefully with with Farsite, having some more announcements would be ideal too. Um, so actually, let me put this back over here. Fortunately, my screen is only showing one place, but yeah. Um, Anyways, so yeah, reorg and factions for each game or corp, and then rally troops for other projects. So March is going to be kind of a ramp up for engaging with other projects, and hopefully being able to incorporate more other players from other communities. I think that'll be pretty important for us to expand on. And then I wanted to close out here and then show you guys the main choices I have. Let's switch my screen here. Okay. So here. So as in for name choices, I wanted to pick these particular names. The brand names were, which are very limited, which was Scorn. You created with a Bunda. I think that was a really good, unique name. Jet Jaguar with AI Corp. Their name, Jet Jaguar had, I believe, slightly difference in this, but you came up with like pretty much the pretense to it. These are not going to be selected. These are going to be, in addition to other names being chosen. So we're going to kind of put that on the back burner, like I was mentioning. But here with these are the top choices I've seen. It was Recon John. He had the Galactic Templars, GS, and then Scorin kind of switched it up a little bit. Farsight Templars. I think that's a good choice as well. And then 2-6 came out with Nebula Corp, and then Scorn came out with Dawning Eclipse. Of course, Scorn is a mod, but you're just as accepting of taking your ideas because there's some really good ideas. So those are the options we have right now. I think with Scorn and Recon John kind of mix and match with the names. So if this is one of the choices, I would just select both you guys, just because the names are both of your guys's combined. And then 2-6 is a good choice. So I'll be posting more of this in the chats and getting everyone kind of rallied up here, make some video content and whatnot, and release these community calls. Because I have not. I've been kind of building on my other projects right now, but I hope to expand from here and hopefully get you guys more involved as well as myself. So yeah, that's pretty much I got for now. You guys want to add anything?
Yeah, yes, just a second. I'm gonna put together a demo. What about you, RKL? You got anything to say?
I was gonna say, I think we should maybe try to get that other server we were talking up and running, and we can start
Yes.
fleshing that out, and maybe bringing some people in. 'Cause I know we have a lot of talent, at least in the Farsight private server, and I think maybe if you put some of them on some of the other projects because they were so enthusiastic in Farsight, I think that they can be some very good assets in the future.
I agree.
I don't want to lose any of those people to too many other things if they get less involved in the whole situation.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Is that I don't want to lose what we've originally built. I want to add to it. Hopefully, we can incorporate that and like kind of kind of like strike people that way. Like be able to you know be able to be more in depth with them. So it's not just like we're poaching on Farsight.
Oh, so yes, of course. I don't mean you need to poach, but
Yeah.
maybe since there's not so much going on for Farsight right now, and there's a lot of talent sitting, in that Discord,
Right.
we could, get other people involved.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's an
Totally.
idea.
Great. Yeah. That's the best we like. That would be the yeah best option I would say for everyone's thing. That way we're not just like losing our ability and giving wasting it because we're not having any more updates with Farsight. That's important. Be
Hmm.
more engaging. What do we have here?
Can you guys see that?
Uh, yes. Yeah, we can see that.
So you see the. I don't know if it's going to continue. Is it continuing?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
live.
showing any changes there?
Yeah, it looks like it.
You're live.
So this is the resource tool. As you can see, it brings out the information out of the database. And it gives you a little bit of other information, like maybe even a cost per item. If you can slide down here, you can see that this is a material that actually comes from a primary over here. And we get 4 to 5 of them per 10 of these. There's a little bit of more information down here, like the input, how much credits, how many hours it takes to refine from here to here. And these are your side products. Again, there's another, oh, this guy here, oh yeah, CO2 is really like a side. So here we are. They're highlighted, the ones you selected, and this is how you get them from over here. Some of them really produce a lot, so there's a lot of information down there. So what this does is allows you to look at a mineral and see what the heck, maybe you want to get it from here instead of over there because it's you get more of them or whatever. See here we're getting 2 as the maximum for output here. So you might want to just target this guy so you can get more of this if that's what you're interested in. Anyway, so here's the base metals. They show up as bases, their outputs and stuff, and what actually comes out. I got to fix, of course, as you can see, little things that are not perfect yet. So that's the resources section right now. It gives you like the code, the information of it, the absolute details of whatever you selected. So the idea is over here, we're going to be able to do things like this is all the modules and components that you can build. So I have to actually type now, so I have to put down my mic just a sec. Say you want a cloaking device, anything with cloaking. So here's all the cloaking items that you can actually make. So what's going to happen here is when I click this, it's going to actually sort out the minerals to show you what you have to have in order to make that item. And the idea was also to then, instead of producing these kind of details, you produce costing information and time information to show you how to get to a cloaking amplifier. So right now, there's not enough information for me to take it too far other than to identify the actual minerals that are here. A lot of these guys aren't even like active, right? So they have no information. This is to be determined mineral types. So, the plans for the game are extensive, way beyond what they're initially implementing. Whatever those two are, I don't even know, right? Californium and helium-3. Anyway, so yeah, that's my demo, man.
Thank you, Scorin. Yeah, that's very interesting. Californium. Um, yeah, I love that. That's fantastic. I really, that's really useful. That's for sure. Glad that you definitely built that. Like, it's fantastic.
But since it's totally custom, we can make it do whatever we want with the information we can get.
Okay.
Like totally calculate costing and time and all that kind of crap. In the end, we'll be able to hit a ship and it'll show you all the actual components and
Nice.
minerals you need, and it'll draw out the whole costing map and time map for you. And we're way ahead of the game because they haven't implemented some of the stuff. So it's I'm right here with the tool waiting for them to implement. So we're right beside them.
I
Yeah,
think it works great. It's a good way to find a cost-effective ships, what modules and things that will be easy to set up and just tee up to sell.
that's yeah. There's we're definitely like way ahead, and like waiting. I don't. Yeah, it's just a waiting game. So hope everyone we got enough resources individually and get your setups. But yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to cover, or it's not.
Just currently, waiting for the time to go by and engaging in a couple of little other opportunities here and there. Trying to resist getting too spread out, but Axie Infinity is doing some fun stuff right now too, eh? So I'm involved there as well. So I have a possibility of a project starting up there, which is sounding really fun.
Nice. Any thing you're working on at Arkil?
Really not too much. Mostly have a lot going on in my regular life. Like I said before in the chat, I'm training interns and stuff like that at my day job to say. So, and
Sure.
then with the baby and a lot of things going on,
Yeah.
the show is more involved. I keep saying that. I feel like I was involved a lot in the beginning and it kind of fell to the wayside a little bit.
Yeah, I think we all kind of just there's just not
I
much
know
being.
Scorn over here is making like applications and stuff.
That's
It's
true.
awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely way more involved. uh, um, but yeah, so the projects I'm in, yeah, I'm connecting NFT projects into our metaverse. So I think it would be in the best interest of myself as well as a possible guild or our community to like see this because it's like we are really working on partnerships right now. So I wish we can partner with Farsite, but how their team is very very secretive, and we kind of actually came up with kind of a hypothesis. We're thinking the team is a part of a bigger project and they don't want to dox themselves. And this is kind of their side project is like building a gaming platform, kind of multiple platforms, um, like Megatropolis and all this, while they can't, really talk about like their major projects or who they are. So we think it's kind of a bigger thing than we see. Um, but yeah, we don't really know. It's what the speculation. hopefully, hopefully we get some announcements. Somewhere soon. I think we're all pretty flushed with resources. To kind of get things going. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Is just building partnerships with my platform. Actually, just I'm becoming the co-founder of a NFT marketplace, so that is gonna be pretty huge too. Um, yeah. Anything you guys want to add? Or?
Well, that sounds really fun, man. Hopefully, we can keep us informed and get involved and whatever.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is just that the branding to me with kind of the refreshing everything kind of helps me talk about those things with the community because I just don't want to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I mean, I did post a video the other day, which was just kind of game. I play other blockchain games, but it felt like of course everyone's involved with Farsight, so it's like one of those kind of maximalist kind of aspects some people have. They're like, oh, Farsight's the only thing we talk about, so I don't want to ruffle any feathers in that sense. I mean, I guess we're gonna have to because it's more than just Farsight for me personally. But I'm very involved in Farsight, and that's kind of what the original passion was for. So just kind of adopting more, adding value to. I think it's important for further expansion. instead of just being stagnant, waiting for a team to release more information and just speculating for months and months and months. I mean, we already do that with the MCP side, so adding more value to a guild per se would be just kind of, I would be able to do more. Yeah.
Best to be diversified as well, right? I mean,
Yeah. Of course.
in one thing, you never experience what else could be out there, and holy cow, you might like that better than what you're in. I mean,
Yeah.
it's about discovery, right? What
Mhm.
is there out there to discover, really?
For sure. Yeah, I don't want to plateau on anything, and Farsight definitely will expand. It will be a huge economy, but there's more out there as well. You can do all of it. You can't. There's not enough in Farsight right now to be like that will take my day to play the game. Like I can probably spend like I did my stream. It took me 2 hours pretty much to be able to go through all my land and figure it out. And like it took a while. Yeah, it took like an hour plus to be able to reactivate all my sectors. So that's the extent of what I'm doing now. So assuming there's actually more with the refineries and being able to help with the ships going to asteroids or something, mining. It still will take maybe 2, 3, 4 maybe hours of my day. There's still a huge gap of time. I can still play other games. Um, this is what I'm doing all the time. I'm in the ecosystem, so I'm either playing games or building partnerships. So, or making content. Um, so that's just adding more to that would be great to expand with everybody. I mean, I keep saying this in different ways, but that's what I feel is kind of like plateauing me and expanding more. It's just finding that brand name. Because I even tell my people, I'm like, I can't really talk. I don't want to say, hey, this game too much, and then you know I just don't want to lose value for anybody, and I don't want to poach anybody. I just want it to be like a natural progression. Um, where it's like, hey, this particular economy or project is interested in this, and then once they have it all under one umbrella, it just seems like a natural progression, like a YGG and stuff. They're like, oh, we have this other room for Axie or another game for Splinterlands or whatever, Gods Unchained or something. So yeah, it just brings more value. Yeah, it's good to diversify for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have, I guess.
That's very good. No, we got, you're going to be able to post this, and everybody will see all the names that have been chosen. And now, what is going to happen with the voting? Do you?
So yeah, the voting, I want to just post each name separately, and then everybody can just add an emoji to it or whatever, like it or how many likes it gets. We'll just combine whatever likes and whatnot. I think actually we'll just stick to one. We'll probably do the highest thumbs up. That way it's I don't have to count like if someone decides to go to like 20 emojis separately. I don't want that to be the difference. So yeah, I think every name will have like a thumbs up. If there's a better way to do a voting, definitely would rather do that. But let's I see it's the easiest way to implement right now. Just hit the like buttons on the names.
The only thing
Probably
about
the
it
easiest
is
way to
the
do it.
multi emoji, because you can click it a couple times, right?
The same one? No.
Yeah,
You can?
I think you can.
Oh, maybe. Arkill, what were you saying?
Oh, well, maybe it will. Then when you look at it, the stats, it'll just boil it down to just you what clicked it once. I haven't looked at that in detail. So anyway,
Okay.
we can take this offline, I guess.
Okay. So yeah, Arkill, did you have some to add?
Yeah, you can definitely only do one emoji, but you
Right.
can make multiple different emojis. But we could
Yeah.
just count just the thumbs up or something like that. I
Exactly.
think that is the simplest way to do it. You could probably just do it in like the announcements tab or something like that, so other people can't, type or write anything,
Okay. Yeah, I think
since
that's good.
that's restricted just to you to put announcements in.
Okay. Yeah, so from here, I will be uploading the community calls tomorrow, make more official announcements, and add the voting. That'll be kind of cover that. And then I would hope to change these time frames. It's just easy because I have all my alarms. But then at the same time, like having at least two of us here, three of us here, has been great, So yeah, definitely my condolences for Frosty, and hopefully we can have him on here at some point. But of course, yeah, in due time. And yeah, I think that's a wrap up here. Any parting words here, guys?
Alrighty, onwards and upwards.
All right, thanks guys, appreciate it. Thanks community, and hope to see you next week.